movement, but I want that to be like 6 foot. Oh my! Woo! Crossbar down and crossbar top corner.
What's up guys, Matt and Tom from forwardboots.co.uk, and today we have got a boot battle between Adidas's brand new Turbocharge pack. I've got the ACE17 for one Primeknit, Tommy's got the X16 Plus Purechaos, but who comes out on top? It comes down to you guys. Watch the video, and whoever you think is the better player, the better boots, you get a vote in the poll card to make the decision. Me in the Ace or Tom in the X. Let's get straight into the battle. So what is Tommy lacing up in today? Well, he's got the latest colourway of the X16 Plus Purechaos in the Turbocharge pack. Now it's got a gradient design of two-tone green. We've got core green on the front toe box section, and then it gradients into that solar green at the back quarter. And there's also some core black as well for Adidas branding. It's definitely a bold colourway. Green is probably my most least favoured colour on football boots, but I don't actually mind this one. I think the gradient effect looks pretty sharp. And also that front colour of the core green, it looks a little bit like Nike's Clear Jade, which I'm a big fan of. So overall, I think it's definitely bold, but if you like your green colours, these are going to be a top colourway for you.
So what's Maddie lacing up on his feet today? Well, we have the 17.1 Primeknits, a bit more of a control boot in the Turbocharge pack. In terms of design, the Primeknits are much more gradient designed compared to the Purechaos, which is much more half and half.
So what kind of fit are you going to get in the Purechaos boots? Well, the nice thing about this model by Adidas is that they're slightly wide. They're much wider than the previous X15.1, which are quite narrow. This time around on this 16 model, it's a little bit more wide, especially in the midfoot region. Tommy's got slightly wide feet and they are perfect for him. So if you like Tom, a little bit of wide feet, then go with the Purechaos. And one of the best things about the Purechaos compared to the X16.1 standard model is that the upper itself is much softer and much more flexible, which again makes them a lot more user-friendly.
All right, the extension. So the Primeknit boots come with quite a wide fit and a high profile with their mid-cut collar. So if you're like Blake with his bulky feet, these are going to be perfect for you.
So let's actually take a closer look at the upper itself. Now it features that Adidas synthetic, which is incredibly soft and flexible. It really is one of the best Adidas synthetics on the entire market. Now it's got that slash graphic kind of texture to it. Does it really make any difference to performance? Probably not. It might add a little bit of friction, but nothing too extreme. But overall, it's definitely a comfortable, very flexible upper, and it's going to give you some nice ball touch and feel because it is so thin.
So as the name suggests, the boots are made out of full Primeknit with a control skin over top, which adds stiffness to the upper. So much.
Ouch! So we've spoken about the upper in some good depth, but let's flip the boots over and check out the Soleplate. Now they come equipped with the sprint frame technology for the Soleplate, and it really is a great Soleplate in my opinion. It's one of my favourite. The sprint frame itself is very stiff in the heel and also in that midfoot portion for some good responsiveness, but then becomes a lot more flexible in the toe box. Me personally, I don't think Adidas should change the sprint frame sole plates on their football boots until they come up with something revolutionary like the Nike Superfly 5 and Vapor 11. But overall, the Purechaos sprint frame sole plate is top level. So over the past 24 months or so, a lot of football boots and football brands have started to go with the collar. Nike started with their dynamic fit collar, which raised around the ankle, but this time on the Adidas Purechaos, it still features that tech fit material which hugs around the ankle, but it's not actually up and above it. It just features low, so for me, I'd still call the Purechaos a low cut model. Overall, the upper is very thin and flexible. There's also some nice comfort for wide feet. So overall, as a comfort rating, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
The collar on the Primeknit is much higher than the Purechaos, and it's a much thinner material as well. So we've spoken about the construction of the boot being made out of Primeknit and the control skin. It is really soft and flexible on your foot and fits almost like a sock. So for comfort, we're giving it 9 out of 10.
So we've mentioned how the Purechaos upper is very soft and flexible. Now it's also incredibly thin. It really is one of the thinnest synthetic uppers out there, especially by Adidas, and it is very high performing. Now you get some great touch and feel because it is so thin and so soft. So overall the upper in terms of touch and feel gets an 8 out of 10.
The Primeknit gives you much more cushion compared to the Purechaos, which is much more barefoot. So this is only a 7 out of 10 for touch and feel.
So the Purechaos boots gained a score of 8 out of 10 for touch and feel because the upper itself is so thin and soft. Now one factor that isn't as good as to touch and feel is the level of grip. Now it does feature that slash graphic over the top, but it isn't as extreme as some of the boots on the market. So in terms of grip, the Purechaos gets 7 out of 10.
The control skin on the Primeknit is much more grippy than the Purechaos, so it gets 8 out of 10 for grip.
So another good factor about the Purechaos boots is definitely the lockdown. It features laces, which is a big bonus, especially over something like the Pure Control by Adidas. And those laces themselves are actually merged with that tech fit wrap inside of the boot. So in terms of lockdown and responsiveness, the Purechaos are great and get a score of 8 out of 10.
So the Primeknit, in terms of lockdown, is better than the Pure Control because it has laces, which help with the customability of the boot. It gets an 8 out of 10 for us for lockdown, which is the same as the Purechaos.
Now there's no doubt whatsoever that the Purechaos boots feel great on feet. They obviously gained a score of 9 out of 10 in terms of comfort, so they feel great. But one issue for me, and if you're like me as well, top down view when you're looking down at your boots is very important. And the Purechaos just look a little bit too wide for me. So in terms of that top down view, they only gained a score of 6 out of 10.
So for top down view, overall they look really nice. If you have really narrow feet, then they might look a little bit bulky, but apart from that, we think they're a really nice looking view from top down, so 8 out of 10.
So guys, that's our boot battle between the ACE17 Primeknit and the X16 Plus Purechaos. But which model of the Turbocharge pack came out on top for us? Well, the Primeknit scored 40 out of 50 and the Purechaos for Tom scored 38 out of 50. So the Primeknit for us takes the victory, but which boots for you takes the victory as well? Vote in the poll card now for your favourite and also let us know why in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you next time.
I promise you it's impossible.
It's possible. It's possible.
I feel like if that had whip, then it would be perfect. Right?
Yeah, it's the right amount of whip that's like the thing. Oh, my word.
Happy too.
It takes sight needed for days.